Okay, so for the problems here where you have to um, find the slope graphically, what you're going to do is, if you can see my mouse, I've got a little yellow or a little orange dot. So what's going to happen is you're going to be clicking on the graph to show the rise and the run for the slope. Now, the thing is, though, you'll notice that it kind of sticks to where the graph paper meets, like the grid lines meet each other. And that's because to find our slope, we need to have like full units of graph paper or intervals that we look at. So what you want to do along your line is you want to see where the blue line crosses graph paper perfectly. So right here, it passes graph paper perfectly. And if I look up a little bit, right here, it passes perfectly. So I'm going to find my rise over run with those 2 points. So to do it, I'm going to find the rise first. So I'm going to click my first point, and then I'm going to rise up until I'm lined up with where I need to go to the right for my run. So if I stopped here and I start doing my run, I'm going to hit that blue line where it crosses graph paper. Okay, so I'm going to click to mark my rise, and then I'm going to click and click again to mark my run. So this shows from this bottom point here up and over, I can find a slope. And when I count the units, I rose 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I rose 1, 2, 3 units. And then I run 1 unit. So I rise 3, I run 1. Now you do have to simplify your fractions. So 3 over 1 would be just 3. Okay, that's correct. If I look at another problem, we're going to do the same kind of thing. You want to look for any 2 points where the graph paper or where the graph of the line crosses graph paper. And if you look, there's tons of options here. So I click and drag, and I let go of the mouse, and then I just move the mouse up for my rise. So rise is 1. Then for my run, I clicked and clicked again for my run. So it's going to make you put that on the graph. And then my slope would be 1 over 1 because I rise 1 and I run 1. That's not simplified, so we're going to rewrite this as just 1. Submit. Let's look at another problem. Let me see if I can find, okay, here we go. So this line is going down, so we'll see what happens with the slope of a line like this. So again, we want to look to see where the blue line crosses graph paper. It crosses here. It crosses here. It crosses down here. Okay, so any of these sets of points we can use. So we can start anywhere. We'll start here. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to work my way down until I'm directly across from the next point where my line crosses graph paper. And then I'm going to click again and run. So my rise from this point here to this point here, my rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's down. So I went down 5. My run is 1, 2. It's 2 to the right, so it's positive 2. So my slope would be negative 5 over 2. Hopefully that helps. I'm hoping too that you were able to see kind of the explanations of the problems. But hopefully, like I said, this helps you get that part done.